Good Saturday morning, my abnormal friends. First of all, I want to share with you that on our other live stream on this channel, Sweet Haunted Caroline, and I will get over there real quick. And it is streaming on this channel as well. I got two live streams going simultaneously here, but the other one is one that it's like a 24/7 live stream, and Sweet Haunted Caroline. Got a message from one of our viewers that has been watching Sweet Haunted Caroline Thursday evening about 8:40 something. I can't get the message up on my phone here, but John Worley caught Sweet Caroline moving in a very dramatic way. One of my staff had to go pick up some audio equipment for a wedding early this morning, and no one had broken into our office, but we had a telescope sitting near the front door, a big telescope on a stand that had been unscrewed. Nothing missing, no break-ins, a secure building, blah, blah, blah. But we'll get some pictures of that. And also, if you would like, of course, we're going to try to go back and review from Thursday evening to capture that, whatever took place at between 8 and 9 o'clock. I think it said 8:40 something. And thank you, John Worley, for that update. I just want to do a live stream. We'll try to do a lot more here on YouTube. Really need some people to come and join in this morning. Hello, Mary. I hope you're doing okay today. I just thought I'd do a little live stream. And we've got people also watching as we do Sweet Haunted Caroline's live stream, her webcam over there. And of course, I was just sharing that we got some activity Thursday evening. We'll try to isolate that and get that video up for everybody to see. I haven't seen it myself yet. I was just given a notification from John Worley. So I'd be very interested in seeing that. And when I get opportunity, I'm looking forward to getting that done. Got a little bit of a busy weekend here, given that there we go. That we've got like 3 weddings going on this weekend. So that's going to keep me from reviewing this video and isolating that particular time on there. So good morning, everybody. My name is Kelsey. This is Abnormal Alabama. Thank you for joining in. And I'm going to do this on a more regular basis. I was using Facebook. We've got a lot of problems with Facebook. We'll still use Facebook some, but we're going to be switching over to YouTube, maybe even another platform for some of our stuff. But right now, I'm going to be focusing a lot on this channel here. I have been working on a book and a subject matter. I've already created a website that'll give you an idea of what I'm working on. And don't let this title throw you too hard. Give it an opportunity. Read what we're doing here. Datingthedead.com. And I know that a lot of people immediately say, what are you talking about? Well, here's the reality, and that you've got to give some credence to here when we say dating the dead. First of all, and I've shared this, I've got some of this information up on Facebook, a little history of what got me started in this subject. My father was a pastor, grew up in the world of a very fundamentalist church in North Alabama. And so I was literally raised in the world of the supernatural, because when you deal with religion, and at least in the way we did, of course we believed in spirits and angels, demons, Satan, all the above. And death surrounded us. People died, and my father, of course, did funerals. Back in those days, the body was laid out in the living room. You didn't have a wake in a funeral home. body was taken by a mortician and embalmed and then brought back to the house. And that's where the wake took place. You'd sit up all night, sometimes a couple of nights, with the body laid out there. But the question would always be looming in the air as by a surviving spouse comments of you'll be joining them in heaven, and that kind of debate taking place. That when you die, do you actually join your loved ones for eternity in another realm, in the spirit realm? And there was some debates held on that subject within the church. Conversations took place and debate took place, and they could isolate certain biblical quotes and interpretations that would seemingly support one or the other side of this issue. So this, early in life, in brevity, that's my beginning in all things supernatural. So you fast forward that into my early 50s, just shortly after I turned 50, I believe, I found myself added to a group called the Paranormal Clergy. And this was a group hosted and moderated by Bishop Long out of Kentucky. Now, Bishop Long was barely an acquaintance of mine. I'd met him one time, actually, and mostly communicated with him in online messages, emails, and that sort of thing. But the end result was finding myself listed as one of the Paranormal Clergy on their website, my picture and so forth, and contact information. I was initially very shocked and surprised to find myself there because I had not been asked. Nobody asked permission. But I got over that. I thought, well, this may be an experience worthy of my time, just to see what happens. So shortly, in no time at all, really, my phone began to ring. People troubled from all across the country. And there was one year, at the beginning of this, 2 cases came to me in the same year, just a short time apart. Actually, I think just 2 or 3 months apart. They were stranger than most of the cases that you generally deal with people that believe they're possessed or having some kind of activity or attachment or infestation and that sort of thing. But these 2 cases both came from young ladies. One I remember was 27. I think the other one was a little bit older, maybe 30-ish to 40. And they both were in relationships with deceased people, meaning that they were having ongoing relationships with ghosts, with the dead. One lady, who was actually out of St. Louis, very entertainer, very talented, very attractive lady, singer, songwriter. This is back in the days of, if you remember, MySpace, and she had her MySpace page there. And she was in a relationship with none other at that time than the lead singer for Queen, Freddie Mercury. In fact, she offered to pay me to come to St. Louis to marry her to his ghost in a rose garden at some botanical gardens in St. Louis. Subsequently, she claimed that she was being attacked by other ghosts, spirits of other, well-known deceased entertainers, from Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and different ones. I'd get phone calls all throughout the night and whatnot. It was very troubling, different voices, and just really, really strange. The other lady was from Denver, and she claimed that she was married to the late JFK Jr., and that she had opened up a florist shop in what used to be a mortuary in some little strip plaza or something. And that mortuary, I guess, had been possessed by some bad spirit or spirits, that started bullying her ghost husband, JFK Jr., and chased him off. And she was soliciting me to help her to get these bully ghosts out of her property, out of her forest, and get her ghost husband to return to her. Up until this time, I'd never had or dealt with such. This was new to me, at least in a very personal way. Of course, I'm very familiar with incubus, succubus, those kind of things. But I'd never had this up close and personal experience of people claiming these kind of relationships with ghosts, with these entities, spirits, identifiable to them. They weren't just incubus and succubus would be more along the lines of an entity that you know, more than likely not a ghost, but say a demon or evil spirit of some sort, not necessarily a ghost. These ladies were having very identifiable relationships with very identifiable ghosts of people who had once lived, and some were good, some were bad, just like in the human experience. If you go to my website, datingthedead.com, you'll see the first thing that this is not exactly new or unique. A lot of different cultures, a lot of different history pertaining to this sort of thing. And I have outlined some of that in brevity on my website as I'm developing this and working on my book. So having, and nowadays and throughout my life, I've been surrounded by people who are very much in the world of the paranormal and call themselves ghost hunters, paranormal investigators. I've never referred to myself by those names, but I do note that both of these labels describe people who at their very heart are clearly interested in the afterlife. Why else would they be involved in ghost hunting and that sort of thing? So this is really nothing new. Ghost dating, dating the dead, even marrying the dead, as you'll see if you go to my website. So maybe what I'm presenting may be new to you, but this subject is far from new. There's a lady from, I believe, the UK, Belfast, actually. And she claimed to have a relationship with this pirate and actually married this pirate's ghost. Ultimately, I think that relationship ended. She got a divorce. I've got an article linked to that on the website as well. And then in France, it's possible to marry dead people in a legal sense. And that information is presented there as well. So what this subject is one that I don't think is dealt with a whole lot openly. It's not a new subject. It's not strange to the world. Let's face it. If you believe in ghosts, if you believe in this world of the paranormal, if you believe that when we die, we go on to another realm, that we become a spirit or a soul that departs our body, however, whatever terminology you want to use, however you view this, then you've got to realize that in life you are never truly alone. Just think of the numbers of people who have lived and died on this planet over the thousands of years. In some cases, I mean, what we're told is over tens of thousands of years. Some people seem to have a natural instinct, kind of like your cat. You ever noticed your cat? If you've got a cat, you notice that cats will note things in your environment that you don't see, that you don't detect. But all of a sudden your cat will be staring at something, maybe just into space or at a certain spot on a wall or something like that, and something just grabs this cat's attention. So you got to realize this cat's field of vision, it sees more than we see. We have a narrow field of vision. And like even your dog, they have this ability to hear a wider range than we do. If you ever had a dog, you ever got a dog whistle, you can blow on that dog whistle all day, you can't hear it. Your dog can, because it's got that wider field there. But some people seem to have this natural tendency. They call themselves spirit mediums or whatever. And then in today's world, we've got all these gadgets. They do EVP work, spirit box work. One very popular one on YouTube here is Huff Paranormal. Got some million followers. And he builds these spirit boxes, and he never has to leave his house. They come to him. Very interesting thing he's got going on there. Where I come from is you don't need those gadgets, because we have, if you go back through history, there's always been this relationship, different cultures and whatnot, with the deceased, because these ghosts are ever present. If you believe in this stuff, if you believe in ghosts, if you believe in the supernatural, you believe in the paranormal, you believe that these entities are out there, you've got to understand they're always out there. And there's more dead than there is living. There have been more people alive throughout history that are now dead than there are at any one time alive on this planet. So the atmosphere is constantly filled with these spirits, with these ghosts. You can't bring them back in a physical sense, but they're ever present. They're always around us, this realm of the dead. When we set out, and this is just kind of a tease of the book that I'm working on, and I'm going to do my darndest to have this ready and printed by a couple of weeks away, October 25th, 26th. We're having the Crypticon down at Orange Beach, 25th, 26th. You go to abnormalalabama.com and you will find, let me put that website up here. And you will find, of course, the information about the Crypticon. Tickets are on sale. But at there, we're going to do something. I'm not going to say it's never been done, but we're going to do it ours regardless. And I'm going to put this word up here so you can see what we're bringing with us, what we're going to have. Okay, it'd be help if I could type this right. There we go. A psychomantium. And there'll be more information of that on the website, as well as on datingdead.com. I haven't gotten the detailed information about that there yet, but it will be there. And there will be more information as well on our Abnormal Alabama website. Tickets are only $35. By the way, advance. By the way, one of our staff, Catherine, will be on a radio show Wednesday morning. I will not be, but she's going to be down in, I guess, the oldest radio station in what I understand, the south or southeast region of the states here, and that's WATB, I believe is the name of it. And they're going to have her on live talking about the Crypticon, and I believe that's at 10 or 10:05 on Wednesday morning. So there also, if you live in that area, you can pick up that radio station. They will be giving away some free tickets to the Crypticon at that point. So anyway, abnormalalabama.com, learn about the psychomantium. We're going to have one there for you to experience. Here is our website where you get tickets. Here is the website in regards to the book I'm working on, to give you some information about the direction that is going. Here is, of course, the again, the tickets on sale for the event. And here is our church website. And you can go there and learn more about this. This is all being done, of course, in a way to help raise funds. So join us if you haven't got your tickets yet. Also, if you have any questions, you are more than free to give us a call. And there's the number, 888-501-6689. So I hope that you join us, and we look forward to that. And let me put a little ad in here. Okay, just a little video there. But here you go. 888-501-6689. And then, of course, you go to get your tickets for the CryptoCon. We'll hope to see you there. Stay tuned for the book and bookmark these pages on your website so you stay tuned in. And if you want to keep updated on the book and what that's going to be about, you can also go to that website. Thank you all for joining in. I hope to see you on the 25th and 26th at Orange Beach.